Hello, hello. Welcome, story listeners, to another Stories Before Bed, where we share and scare each other with all kinds of stories from around the world. We're talking about legends, myths, folklores, and any strange phenomena that we hear of, growing up throughout our lives. And yeah, and we have a good one today. And my name is Darren.
I'm Michael.
Tonight's story, we have the Lochness Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way from Scotland.
Yes.
Yes. Before I even get to the kind of like the origin, kind of give a little general information of why it came to be the Loch Ness Monster. Loch Ness is actually a large freshwater lake that was near Inverness, Scotland, and this body of water, it reaches like a depth of nearly 800 feet and length about 23 miles. So huge water. And then this monster supposedly is also commonly known as Nessie. Yes. And it's like a mythical creature that supposedly lives in this water called, this water Loch Ness. So that's why it got its name, the Loch Ness Monster.
Yes.
So this monster, it's often described as, large, long-necked, with like one or more humps protruding from the water. So I guess those humps are like maybe like large fins on the side. Something like that.
Yeah, it's almost like a prehistoric looking.
Yeah, prehistoric looking. And they say that they estimate it to be around like, anywhere from 15 to 20 feet long.
Yeah.
So massive creature here. And then we're going all the way back to 565 AD.
Oh my gosh.
That was really the origin of it. So there's this Irish monk, his name is Saint Columba. So he was traveling through Scotland and he came across this like group of people, and this group of people were burying a man like near this, river Ness, the location.
Yeah.
So you kind of ask like the people like, oh, hey, what happened there? Can I help? And then the group of people said that the man had been attacked by a water beast. And so Columba got really curious. So, okay, actually this part of the story is kind of messed up. So he actually asked one of his followers to go swim across this river, this water, to see if it could like attract this water beast or to see what's going on. So it's almost like
Why didn't he do it?
yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why it's kind of messed up. It's like, okay, why don't you sacrifice
To this
satisfy our curiosity?
Did he warn him? Did he say like, look, there's this big beast, possibly, we don't know.
Yeah.
And let's just go for it.
I mean, that's like the ultimate loyal follower where you're willing to do anything for your, I guess, leader, or whatever you want to call it. Kind of crazy. The monster appeared, and then Columba, he stepped forward and he started making like a cross sign or something. I don't know out of what.
Yeah.
I didn't really say in specifics. And then he just make a cross sign and then yell out like, oh, go no further. Do not touch the man. Go back at once.
Yeah.
And then the monster, fled and just disappeared, right?
Yeah.
And then when I first heard it, I'm like thinking in my head, wait, but he's a monk, right? I mean, monks carry crosses, or they believe that doing crosses will actually deter monsters. Like,
Well, so
I thought it was more for like, like devil stuff, like supernatural.
yeah, I mean, although like if it's a monster, they're thinking it can.
Oh, I see.
So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
How would the monster understand language? You know what I'm saying? Like, dialects. How would it understand he's saying, hey, get out of here, go away? I mean, unless it's like, when you yell at an animal.
Yeah, I think it's more like
That's
that.
the only way.
I think it's more like the body language
Yeah.
and the tone of voice and yelling.
Yeah.
And maybe it is scared of the whatever cross that he's holding up. I don't know what he's making that
I
up.
don't know that. Yeah.
Maybe you saw the cross is like, oh, dude, I gotta fail, man. I can't.
He's got a weapon.
Yeah, maybe. So
Yeah.
So back in the early 1800s, and supposedly there's like a huge kelpie or water horse who haunted like the shores and the woods of like Loch Ness.
Yeah.
And then I guess this water horse actually has this like wears this like fine saddle and bridle, which is known to have like magical powers or something like that.
Okay.
And then a local man, his name is James McGregor. So he came across this kelpie, this water horse, and heard about this whole mythical creature with this like saddle and bridle.
Yeah.
And so then he took this like kelpie by surprise, and then he actually cut off the kelpie's bridle with like his claymore sword. I don't know where he's getting the claymore sword from. So, cause fancy thing. And so after he got the bridle and then the kelpie, according to this tale, supposedly knows how to talk because it was a pleading, a roaring, and kind of like begging, I guess, roaring for his bridle.
Yeah.
And then because that's like supposedly his life source, for his powers and stuff. The James McGregor guy was like, he didn't care, so he kind of outwitted the kelpie and able to escape, and came home with like this magical bridle that he has. And ever since then, this kelpie or supposedly Loch Ness water horse disappeared from then on.
Yeah, that sounds really folklorish. Like,
Yes.
not even like,
Yes, not even. Yeah.
not even if somebody's like, dude, I had the craziest weekend. You're not gonna believe it. Check out this magic bridle.
Yeah, dude. I cut it off of this water horse.
Yeah.
I got my claymore sword, that I picked up, along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. April 21st, 1934. So a famous photograph actually popped up showing like a sort of like this kind of, I guess you can say, dinosaur-like kind of creature with like also a long neck, like popping out of the waters. And then so this picture was famous because at the time the Daily Mail actually published it as well. And it's this one guy, his name is Dr. Robert Kenneth Wilson, and he took the picture.
Yeah.
And then so this picture got so famous that they call it like the surgeon's photograph. So what's funny actually about later on in the conclusion of this is that for many years, for decades actually, like a lot of believers, critics, and even like people who are analyzing pictures are kind of like skeptical of this photograph. They're questioning its authenticity. This doctor, Robert Wilson. So later on, actually, when I think he did eventually admit it.
Well,
that it was supposedly a fake.
Yes, it's the same story I was reading.
Yeah.
So I think he took the photograph in 1955.
Yep.
And then in 1976, there was a guy that was writing a book about it or something, and I asked him, could I have, use your photograph in the book?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, sure, and sent him the negative.
Yeah.
And when he looked at the negative, he noticed that there weren't certain aspects that are in the photo. And so he's like, whoa, wait a minute, what's up with this? So, I think the guy admitted he took a picture of his actual print or something. And that's how it created some of the...
I think the real explanation, actually, I think the guy admitted that. Suppose you're saying that it was like a toy submarine, and they put like a plastic a plastic neck or something like that that looks like kind of like a dinosaur neck on top of like a floating like toy submarine that you put in the water and it's just in the edge.
And then he just blew it up to make it look like
Yeah,
giant creature.
exactly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
With Nessie, they actually started a government bureau to investigate.
Oh, if this actually exists, I see.
Yes, for like 3 years. It started, I think, in 1969 and went to 1972.
Right.
And they would have they set up locations all around the loch
Yeah.
where volunteers could go and film and take picture and video of it.
Oh wow.
To study if there was really this creature in there.
I feel like they have like a museum of it.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, also, the other super interesting thing blew me away was they estimated that the Lochness Monster brings in $52 million a year to the Scotland's economy.
But the Lochness water, because they all want to go take a tour and visit there and see.
Yeah, and I'm sure all the merchandise and
every they have like printed like Lochness Monster. Yes. Printed Lochness Monster like t-shirts or
shirts. I saw Nelly, something, or Nessie, something like that. I mean, I remember growing up, I was like fascinated by the Lochness Monster.
Oh,
like I thought that was I think I held out more hope for that than like even Bigfoot, like the Lochness Monster to me was the coolest one.
Really? Okay, so the final question is, do you believe in it? It sounds like you do.
Yeah. I would so love to say I do. It's just kind of one of those things where I'm like, I think we would have seen it coming out of the water more often. And it's just like, I don't know. Like we would hear reports of it, I would think, every year. Almost.
I sort of believe in it. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
There's actually a lot of weird stuff very, very deep under the sea. Like really deep. Like,
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those documentary of like the deep sea exploration? They added the parts where like the sunlight doesn't even hit.
Yeah.
It's the parts where like human beings, if they go too far down, like you'll die.
The pressure. Yeah. Yeah.
So I do believe that there could be something because they have found like all kinds of weird looking fishes or weird looking like
I mean, I
stuff down there that you have never seen. You're like, wait, I never. This actually does look kind of like a monster. I didn't know this existed because they only live that way down there because their body's able to.
Yeah, that could be true-ish.
Okay.
I mean, but then why is it able to surface at times? That's my only.
Oh well, I mean, like sharks, right? They want to stick their fins out.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You know,
like that super, like you either have to. I feel like it's got to make a choice. Like stay in your lane. Like either go way deep down and that's where you exist, or if you're coming to the surface, we should see you more often. It's
okay. Well, you know what? We'll never know, right? Because it's one of those things we never know. Just like we don't know what's out in space. We never know these things. But whether you choose to believe a Lochness Monster exists or not, then your choice. I believe in it. Michael doesn't. So there we go. We have it. We have the Lochness Monster.
You have the Lochness Monster and Bloody Mary attacking all at the same time. Yeah, somehow coexisting in our world. Rarely ever see.
Yep. So, well, anyways, thank you again for tuning in to another story. We'll have more upcoming, so be sure to like, share, or subscribe. And thank you again, and have a good night.
All right, bye-bye.